Okay, like I said in most of y'all's videos, I would like you to go ahead and warm up, kind of get used to these notes by practicing through pages 22 all the way through 24. And I want you to keep thinking about your hand shape, making sure cellos that you've got this nice hand shape, violins and violas that you've got the right finger pattern going on, either this pattern or this pattern. And getting used to these new flats. We haven't learned a whole lot of flats before, so get used to seeing flats, get used to, reading them and figuring out where your fingers are supposed to go. And these are super easy exercises, but it's really important for you to go through them on a regular basis just so you can make sure you're getting your fundamentals and keeping up the good work. So we are now going to move to a couple essential elements exercises, and I'm going to play along with you. I'll talk you through a couple of them, and then you get to play with me. So, all right, now the first exercise we're going to do is still in book 2, and it's number 104 on page 23. Now, I really wanted to play this in a round with you guys, but I realized the way that it's written doesn't allow us to do that. So we're gonna do it as written for now, but if you come join office hours, we will definitely practice this and we can absolutely do it in a round. So come to office hours or sign up for a lesson, and I would love to do a round with you of this scale to make sure we're working on getting things in tune and so that I can see that you're practicing and help you out if you need any help. Okay, so I will count us off and we're just gonna play our B flat major scale. It's a new scale, how exciting is that? Just remember all of the different hand shapes that you have to make, especially violins and violas. You really only have one, which is good for this B flat major scale. There are a couple different ones for the next one. So keep in mind the different hand shapes, which finger numbers you're using. Maybe take a second, pause the video, pencil in some reminder numbers. Don't put numbers over every note because you don't need them over every note. But pencil in some reminders, and the book already has a lot of reminders in there for you. But go ahead and take a second, get mentally prepared to play the B flat major scale, and when you're ready, you can come back and join me to play it. All right, ready? 1, 2, ready, and... Excellent job. I love this scale. This is actually probably my favorite key of all time. So I hope you enjoy it as well, especially since we're learning some new notes. Okay, the next song we're gonna play is, we're gonna skip number 105 and we're gonna go straight to number 106. Now, I don't like Cavalier country because I'm a Hokie and the Cavaliers are the UVA football team, whatever, and we don't like UVA if you didn't know that. So I don't love that it's called the Cavalier country, but it's a good song to practice and it's fairly easy. So one thing to look out for is there are some staccatos, half notes, just make sure you're holding those out fully. And then we do have a dotted half note at the end of the first line, and after that we have a quarter rest with a lift over it. So just make sure you're watching out for that. All right, I say we go ahead and get started. 1, 2, ready, and... Awesome. Okay, so the last one we're gonna do, for this week at least, is we're going to do number 1 07. It's a traditional Jewish song. I think this is really fun. Watch out for those hooked bowings. You guys are really good at those hooked bowings. The last time I remember we practiced them, so I'm not too worried about that. Although there are some new little things in here. If you look on the second line in the second measure, there's something that says RIT period. And I know this is in greater than, and we have talked about this before, but just to remind you, that means ritardando, which means to slow down in Italian. So because we're not playing this in class, you on your own can have fun with that and slow down as much as you want. But I'm gonna do what I think is best. And so follow me, but then you can be creative with it and you can be your own teacher. So after the little ritardando for 2 notes, then the third note in that measure has a fermata over it, which we have also talked about. So hold that fermata out for as long as you want. Again, I'm going to do something that I think would be good for you to follow along. And then we will start back again. I will cut off the fermata and we'll lift, and then we'll start back again in the second measure to the end. Now there's another little note at the bottom here that says a tempo, which the book kindly writes out for you, return to original tempo. So that just means you slow it down for a little bit and then you pick it right back up and right where you left off. 1, 2, ready, and... Excellent. I'll see you guys next week, and we're gonna go on with some more of this B flat major stuff and practice that some more. So see you guys next week.